We got a little bit higher quality now. A little bit different. Not a gaming content. Not a clip content. Not a random content. Not a random compilation. We're just here. We're talking about some controversy today. Haven't ever done this, so this is really exciting for me. This is my first time doing this. Alright, today we're talking about the none other worst streamer I think I have ever seen in my entire life. Now, she's not the worst. She's definitely not the worst streamer. There are others. There are others. Much worse. But the fact that she's still not banned is crazy to me. Alright, we're talking about none other than Extra Emily. Right? Picture. Right? Extra Emily, she's a Twitch streamer. I don't know much about her. I only know that she's done some very bad things. She's done some very, very bad things, some very wrong things that should not have been done. But, right, eventually, I'm gonna go to college. I might not be able to afford it. Right? But, if I go to college, I don't complete the course, and I get, like, a large amount of money, I'm going to pay my parents back. The first thing she did, she admitted on stream, I'm not going to pay my parents back. Why? I don't want to. Play the clip.
I think that would be your best gift towards your dad or your parents, to pay back your tuition.
I'm never gonna pay it back though.
Wait, actually?
No, I don't want to.
But you could.
Yeah, but I'm not going
Wait,
to.
do you have student loans?
Yeah, student loans to my parents.
And you're making them pay it off?
No, like, my parents paid, and then they're like, pay us back for college, and I just, like, don't want to.
That is crazy. If you are going to essentially waste a parent's money by not completing a course and then not pay them back when you have a ton of money, this is how much she makes. Right here. That's a lot of money right there. That is a lot of money. And you're not gonna pay your parents back because you don't want to? Huh? This is crazy. Why would you do that? Why would you ever do that? Alright, next up on the chopping block. She ran a red light on stream. And her excuse was? What was her excuse? It happens a lot in Austin. It happens a lot in Austin.
Yes. What's this? Okay, keep going. Okay, I'm stopping. Okay, we're good. Okay, no problem. That happens all the time. In Austin, you know, like, the stoplights here are really long.
It happens a lot in Austin. You still ran the red light. You still put people in danger. Yeah, you still put people in danger, and your excuse is, it happens a lot? It happens a lot, so that makes it good? A lot of people do very bad stuff. And since a large group of people do bad things, that makes that thing good? And then here's the crazy part, right? She gets banned. She is banned for, what? A few hours? 24 hours? She gets unbanned. That's normal, right? If you run, like, okay, a traffic violation, right? That violates TOS, you should be unbanned, eventually. Then there's a large streamer group. Speed bump too fast. Banned 3 days. Banned for 2 weeks. Twitch, what are we doing? Twitch, what are we doing, Twitch? Are we glazing now? We're gonna glaze now? I see how it is. I see how it is, Twitch. I see how it is. Right? And to do that is crazy. But here's where it gets really bad. Here's where it gets really bad. She hurt another streamer on live. She hurt another streamer on live. I was scrolling TikTok and I was like, I should really make a video about this because I am really upset. Maybe it was clipped out of context. I don't know. But if it wasn't, she needs to get banned. She actually needs to get banned if this is real. Apparently, another big streamer named Agent, right? Agent 00, got hurt. And she didn't apologize.
Wait, I actually hurt him. I did. Oops.
She didn't apologize. This is crazy. This is insane news. That same streamer that she hurt gave her a marathon. She's in a marathon with a person she hurt physically and didn't apologize. What? And during that little ordeal, right, where she hurt them, there's multiple clips where Agent 00 is just sitting around and he looks mad uncomfortable. He looks so uncomfortable, it's crazy and it's obvious.
Because I do feel gross for once.
You can just see his face there. You can just see his face. He looks uncomfortable. Like he's looking off to the side. He's not paying attention. Right? That is crazy that she is still doing that marathon. I find that insane. Then this one, okay, could be a personal reason. But she deleted a TikTok on her TikTok, right? I'm not gonna show it because it's a little bit provocative. It's a little bit provocative, right? So I'm not gonna show that. But then posted, instead of redoing the TikTok, she redoes it with a different person. Right? 3 friends. It's 3 friends in the TikTok. It's Extra Emily and then 2 other people. She deletes the TikTok, does it with the other person, but leaves her other friend out. We're doing that now? We're doing exclusion? Why are we excluding people? There's no reason. You're not gonna be like, come over here, let's redo the TikTok. You're just gonna, she doesn't need to be in there. She's my friend. How are you gonna do that? I know a lot of this video might be unresearch based, but I've watched a couple videos. That sounds very bad. Alright, but I know most of this stuff is true. There's a Twitter post about her not repaying her parents. I'll put it up right here. It says, but the reason why she repaid her parents is because she was getting bullied. I would repay my parents if I had that much money, and then I wouldn't do it because I'd get bullied. I'd do it because that's a waste of money. You're gonna drop out of college? That college that she went to was a crazy college, by the way. It was so, I don't know exactly how much money a year it took, but it was a lot of money. That's a lot right there for a college. That right there is a lot for a college. That is crazy money, right? But overall, my view on Extra Emily, I don't like her. She's not a very good streamer, right? Maybe her content's okay, but I don't like her as a person. I'm not going to continue watching her. But this has concluded my first ever YouTube video. This is like my first ever official one. I know I have like 3 others on my YouTube channel, but I don't really, I cared about them. I cared about the first one, right? But I only keep those up because speedrun.com, and I thought that other clip was cool, and it was really difficult to beat Chef Saul Baker with Lone Peacher. Alright, but anyways, this concludes my first kind of high quality YouTube video. I tried a little bit on it. I'm just joking. I'm gonna try really hard. The editing is gonna be a long amount. What? But this is my first like actual like real high quality video where I show my face. Right? This is the first time. YouTube, why are we doing the comment thing? Like I wanna have a community. Like I know I'm small right now, right? I might not get a community. But what are we doing? Why are we excluding comments?